Hi everyone. I'm Ariana and I'm going to be doing my anticipatory set on the states of matter. So obviously I would be teaching this in a classroom, a first grade classroom to be exact. So you guys today are first graders. So I would start it off by saying, good morning everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the states of matter. Can everyone look outside? It's raining today, so that is why I said that. Can everyone look outside and tell me what you see? Turn and talk to the person at your group and talk to them and tell them what you see outside. I would give them time to speak, and hopefully their answer would be that it was raining. So I would say, yes, it's rain. Do you know exactly what rain is? And that would be my segue into explaining the states of matter. So I would give the students time to talk and think about what rain is exactly, and hopefully I would get liquids. So yes, rain is a liquid. Some liquids around the room that we see or around our everyday lives are things like milk, juice, the ocean, rivers, things like that would be liquids. I would explain to them that liquids move more freely. So if I were to put some water into my hand, it would take the shape, maybe fall through the cracks, and again, move more freely. I would go in more depth about what liquids are exactly and that's how I would introduce the states of matter. So since we talked a little bit about liquids, can anyone tell me what a solid is exactly? So I would give them time to think about what a solid is exactly, maybe turn and talk to their partners and think about what a solid is and get back to me. So after giving them time to think and raise their hands, I would ask, does a solid look like a liquid? Can we compare the two? Maybe the comparison will help the students understand what the difference is between solids and liquids. But can anyone tell me what a solid is exactly? This would be a chance for them to turn and talk, maybe think about what a solid is exactly to them, and raise their hand and tell me what a solid is. So I would bring up an ice cube, for example. I would not bring an ice cube into the classroom because it would be melted by then, but most of the kids know what an ice cube is, so a solid would be an ice cube, and then there they can picture what an ice cube is and how it could be a solid, and basically compare the two that way and remember an ice cube for solids. So after introducing what solids and liquids are, now we have to focus on gas. So this one's a little bit tricky, but I would focus on what a gas is and explain to them what a gas is as well. So I would ask, does anyone know what a gas is? I would give them time to think about that, talk to each other, and then report back to me on what a gas may be. After giving them time to talk, I would go in more detail about what a gas is specifically and give them a couple examples about what a gas is and what kind of things are gas. So I realize that this topic is a little difficult and is very new for the first graders, considering they don't really teach science at the school that I'm at. So I would introduce new vocabulary to them. I would create multiple vocab sheets, and change the font for some kids that maybe need it more than others. After supplying some background knowledge to the students on the states of matter, solid, liquids, and gases, I would start introducing the properties of each. So the properties of solids, liquids, and gases, since they're all different, and this is something that actually matters when it comes to solids, liquids, and gases. So I would talk about the properties within, and when thinking of these three different states of matters, can we think of things that we see in our everyday lives that are solids, liquids, and gases. And I think that's important for the students to realize that there are things out in the world that they see every day that are liquids, solids, and gases, and they can relate to it a little bit more as well. So I would ask that question, can we see things that are solids, liquids, and gases? And I would have them turn to each other and talk about what kinds of things are those. So the activity that I have planned for them is a matching game, and this is a little bit simple considering they're very low-leveled students. I figured that this would be something that would help them understand the states of matter a little bit better. I realize that this is a little difficult. So this activity is called Solid, Liquids, and Gases. It looks like so. It's also online as well. But basically, they're going to look at these items and they're going to connect which items match each. So there is some water, gas, I don't know if you can see it, some water, soup, bowl of something hot, gas, snowman, water as well, an ice cube, and I'm assuming the balloons are the gas. So they're going to be matching the same state of matter to each other. So here's my time to explain what they're doing and really talk to them about what they should be looking for within the worksheet. I would demonstrate this on the board if they need it as well. I would like to demonstrate how to do it and what kinds of things that they will be matching, just so they're clear and they understand what they're actually looking for. So this would be my time to go over directions and just pass out the worksheet just so they can see it in front of them and understand a little bit better what's going on. So after that activity, just for their understanding, I would provide a video for them to watch. This just gives them more background knowledge on the states of matter and just something to get us going for the rest of the lessons included in the unit. So the video talks about the states of matter a little bit deeper, and it is kid-friendly, so they will hopefully enjoy it. And to end this anticipatory set, I would just say, after going over the solids, liquids, and gases, I just really want the kids to focus on, the students to focus on finding things throughout their house in everyday life that are solids, liquids, and gases, just so they get a better understanding of what they are and what their properties are. I want them to maybe hold different things that are liquids, solids, and gases. Understand gases are a little bit harder to hold, obviously, and so are liquids as well. And I just really want them to be thinking about it before our next lesson. I'm not going to include this in the anticipatory set, but I do have another activity that would have gone before the video, and that is just for them to think of something that they have in their mind that is a solid, liquid, or gas, and I would give them a couple minutes to sit there and draw it out and just explain to me what they're drawing and why they think it's a solid, liquid, or a gas. So this is my anticipatory set. I know it was a little crazy just because we're not face-to-face. It would have been a lot more formal if we were, but I hope everyone's doing well, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.